Turning now towards the second last, and it's Colonel Braxton in the lead from Best Mate. Le Coudre and B for Salmon racing now towards the home turn. Colonel Braxton from Best Mate, who's moved up on the inside. Le Coudre and B for Salmon, and Best Mate and Jim Collody come through now to pick it up effortlessly from Colonel Braxton. Le Coudre is making ground. B for Salmon being pushed along. They're on the run to the final fence, and it's Best Mate, the leader for Jim Collody, out in front. Le Coudre on the outside, then Colonel Braxton and B for Salmon. The final fence in the Ericsson, and Best Mate is over and clear. Le Coudre is second as they race inside the final 200 yards. It's the twice winner of the Cheltenham Gold Cup is going to win the Ericsson. Another big race for Jim Lewis and Henrietta Knight as Best Mate strolls home clear for Jim Collody to win the Ericsson in great style. The champion is back over the second last, and B for Salmon lands in the lead. Paul Carberry has a look round and sees Jim Collody now at work as Rule Supreme makes ground on the outside, but B for Salmon has gone for home under Paul Carberry. Rule Supreme is now pressing Best Mate for second. They're on the run to the final fence, and it's B for Salmon out in front of Rule Supreme, who's staying on well for Barry Geraghty. Best Mate is good on the inside for third. Final fence coming up. B for Salmon comes to the last in the Lexus. A big bold jump by B for Salmon, and down is Rule Supreme. Best Mate is now second, but on the run up towards the finish, it's B for Salmon. Best Mate is trying to cut into the lead, but it's going to be B for Salmon's day as they run up towards the finish. The Lexus Chase is on the menu for Michael Harrigan's charge. Paul Carberry has a look round and waves on the three-time champion, but today is B for Salmon's day. Now with two left to jump in the Lexus, and it's Denman and Ruby Walsh from the Listener and Daryl Jacob. Mossbank and Davy Russell towards the outside. Now they begin to race for the home turn, and it's Denman from the Listener moving up on the outside. In third is Mossbank as they round the home turn. Denman, the Listener, and Mossbank as they straighten up for the final fence. It's Denman, Ruby Walsh from Mossbank on the outside. Davy Russell in the centre is the Listener and Daryl Jacob, but Denman leads Mossbank and the Listener. In fourth is B for Salmon. Final fence in the Lexus Chase, and it's Denman over in front of Mossbank. Then comes the Listener, and on the run up towards the finish, it's Denman and Ruby Walsh from Mossbank, the Listener, and B for Salmon staying on again as they race up towards the finish. It's going to be another big one for Ruby Walsh and Paul Nichols. What a hand he's got in the Gold Cup. Ruby and Denman win the Lexus. And China Rock leads now off the turn, being followed by stable companion First Lieutenant, and Fleming Star is coming there strongly on the outside. Has he got the stamina now to see them off? Turning in with one left to jump, and Fleming Star and Andrew Lynch come to the front from First Lieutenant. Running on for pressure is Sir Deschamps, and then Tidal Bay just in behind. Fleming Star leads to the final fence in the Lexus from First Lieutenant in second. In third is Sir Deschamps and four Tidal Bay. They got 200 yards to go. It's Fleming Star. First Lieutenant now on the near side comes to challenge. Fleming Star is battling back. They're racing to the final 100 yards. First Lieutenant on the near side for Brian Cooper. On the far side, Fleming Star. Tidal Bay goes between them. Sir Deschamps the near side, and Tidal Bay has won it. They turn and race across towards the second last. Ruby Ball and First Lieutenant on the outside. Sir Deschamps is third. Then Lyrene Legend, Bobsworth on the inside. Union East and Lord Windermere. They're racing now towards the home turn in the Lexus, and it is Ruby Walsh and Ruby Ball. First Lieutenant David Casey on the outside. They're chased up by Bobsworth and Barry Geraghty. Then Sir Deschamps. They're racing now towards the final fence. Ruby Ball and First Lieutenant from Bobsworth towards the stand side, and then Sir Deschamps. They're coming down to the final fence in the Lexus, and as they rise, First Lieutenant in the centre. Ruby Ball over on the far side, being followed by Bobsworth. They're racing inside the last 200 yards, and First Lieutenant, here comes Bobsworth, the Gold Cup winner, to cut them down. They're racing up towards the finish, and Bobsworth, the champion, has done it. Bobsworth and Barry Geraghty win the Lexus. And it's on his own, the leader. In second place, Fox Rock with Don Poli, followed by First Lieutenant. Over the second last, on his own, the leader from Fox Rock and Don Poli and First Lieutenant. They're clear of Sir Deschamps and Carlingford Lock. They're beginning the run to the home turn. On his own is the leader off the bend from Don Poli, who's now just been nudged along between horses. Fox Rock is third and First Lieutenant four. Beginning the run for the final fence now. And the three runners battling it out. Don Poli in the centre. On the near side is on his own. The far side is Fox Rock. Almost three in line as they come down to the last in the Lexus. Fox Rock on the inside with Don Poli. On the outside is on his own. They're beginning the run towards the final 200 yards. It's Don Poli, the leader. On the outside on his own. First Lieutenant's putting in a run in the centre. Fox Rock on the rail. Running up towards the finish. Don Poli. First Lieutenant is closing with every stride. Don Poli holds on to win it. To the second last fence now, smashing Don Poli. Zabana's on the outside. These three in front, Jackadam on the inside. Valser leader picking up ground, and so too is Outlander. More of that, the back marker of that leading group. Homeward bound now, and Don Poli and David Mullins turn in front. Zabana, Valser leader making good ground between horses with Outlander and Jackadam, and then more of that. Down out of the final fence. And it's three Jiggerstown runners in a line. On the outside is Outlander from Valser, Lido and Don Poli. Jackadam is over in fourth. Now they race inside the last 200. Outlander on the near side, just the leader. Outlander and Jack Kennedy. From on the far side, Don Poli. Jackadam is trying hard the far side, but it is going to be Outlander. Outlander and Jack Kennedy will win his biggest race. He punches the air as Outlander scores in the Jiggerstown colours for Gordon Elliott. As they head now for the second last, Balka de Flo from York Hill with Outlander on the outside. Then comes Sizing John. Manila Rocco is creeping into it on the outside of Road to Respect. They're beginning the run now for the approach to the straight. Balka de Flo is two in front. York Hill pushed along Outlander. Sizing John has been ridden. Road to Respect is making steady ground. And round them on the outside, Manila Rocco. And not far out of it is Valser Lido as well. They're coming down to the final fence in the Leopardstown Chase. And Balka de Flo now from Outlander on the far side. In the centre is Road to Respect. Three Jiggerstown at the last. Balka de Flo now from Road to Respect and Outlander on the inside. These three having a great battle. In the lead now is Road to Respect from Balka de Flo, who's coming back on the near side. Outlander is third and running up to the finish. Road to Respect. Road to Respect, and Sean Flanagan is going to be a 1-2-3 for Jiggerstown. Wins it for Noel Meade.
Driven along there just briefly was Outlander, then Shattered Love, Coney Island, Bells Hill, and stumbling badly there, Road to Respect. Did well to stay in the race as they come to the second last. Monolly joins issue with Kemboy, then Balka de Flo. Coney Island is running a big race. Outlander pushed along, then Bells Hill trying to recover his Road to Respect. Then Shattered Love, who's just lost her place. Round the outside is the Storyteller. They're into the straight. One fence left to jump in the Savills Chase, and Kemboy is in the lead and apparently travelling smoothly. Down towards the final fence is chased by Monolly. Bells Hill is running on. Then Coney Island away from the last, and it's Kemboy out in front. The followers disco. Inside the closing stages, it's Kemboy driven home by David Mullins. One of the most progressive young chasers in training, as Kemboy is an emphatic winner of the Savills Chase. Heading for the second last fence, and they're beginning to tighten up. Monolly over from Jet, just behind them in third place, and apparently coasting is Kemboy. Road to Respect is on the outside of Bells Hill, then Delta Work presenting Percy and Annabelle Fly racing round the home turn. One fence left to jump in the Savills Chase. Jet on the far side is Monolly. Road to Respect, and coming there in between horses is Kemboy. Then Delta Work, Bells Hill presenting Percy and Annabelle Fly. To the final fence in the Savills Chase, Monolly, Kemboy, Road to Respect. Jet is next with presenting Percy. Delta Work is finishing best of all on the outside. Monolly is on the spot. Here's the man of the moment, Jack Kennedy, and Delta Work in the white cap. And it's Delta Work on the near side of Monolly.